Home, Chapter 32, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork provided by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to the artist in the description box. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the other 31 parts to this story and subscribe to this channel to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfiction. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment to help the YouTube algorithm. If you don't know what to comment, put anniversary. Now then, please enjoy Chapter 32 of Home. Adrian aggressed as Cat Noir. Cat Noir sat on the balcony of his girlfriend's patio, waiting for her to get ready for their date. He found this sushi bar about an hour out of town that served an excellent ahi tartare, and Marinette hadn't known what a tartare was when he brought it up. For once, it was his turn to show or teach her something new. They'd been dating for just over a year now, and while he would take her out for dinner any day of the week, no questions asked, they were sharing a meal to celebrate her 17th birthday. He'd donned the mask for just over 3 years now, but he never imagined using it like this. There was no way to date Marinette in the public as Adrian, as she'd be labeled derogatory names of choice because Adrian the model already had a girlfriend. Nor could he date her publicly as Cat Noir because she would become easy bait for Hawkmoth's schemes. Yes. Tonight, they'd be out on the town, where the paparazzi weren't, and happy together. He'd have the option of taking off the mask at times, too, if he wanted to, thanks to the private booths he negotiated with a black card. Tonight was the night. Tonight was the night he was going to tell her. But what if she didn't feel the same way? Would it ruin her birthday? No! Cat didn't want that. That'd be horrible. His thoughts slammed into a wall of nothingness as his brain stopped functioning. Marinette stepped onto the balcony when he wasn't paying attention, and seeing her in all her beauty was enough to make him melt, both emotionally and mentally. Her normal girl-next-door look was replaced with a delicate energy that suited his princess nickname for her. Soft, light, and nearly angelic. Light pink fingertips paired with natural lashes and thin but long earrings. Goodness. He worked with beautiful women all the time, but they felt artificial to him compared to her. Yes, her lip gloss was probably the same as theirs, but it made her lips look ever more plumped instead of processed. Okay, so he was a bit biased. Really, what made her look authentic glamorous over YouTuber glamorous was her lack of foundation. Marinette had perfect skin, to the point of being annoying, so when she'd freak out over the occasional zit or whitehead, he could only roll his eyes in private while sharing tips from other models. It made him wonder how she'd react to cystic acne. Cat got your tongue? He realized Marinette had been speaking to him this whole time, and he had to shake his head to clear his thoughts. Thankfully, she didn't ask him what was on his mind, because he didn't think I was wondering what it'd be like if you had cystic acne would bode well. Ready to go? Cat asked, still trying to clear his thoughts for a stable, non-acne-centered conversation. Marinette began to smile, but the darkening look on her face made him worry. Cat, she said, her tone serious. If he didn't know any better, he'd think that was a tone for breaking up, but he did know better. That was her Akuma voice. Sighing, he turned to see an electric blue Godzilla stomping around town. Oh. He reached for her hand to give an apologetic squeeze. Go. Marinette grabbed him by the shoulder and pressed her lips to his. I'll be here. Marinette probably didn't realize what a huge relief her words were. She'd said them dozens of times before, in some variant or another, but there was comfort in not only having a place to come back to and a person waiting for him, but having someone who understood what wearing a mask like his entailed. Sure, she'd never understand it completely, unless Ladybug gave her Miraculous to keep, but she was incredibly pragmatic and never made him choose between his superhero duties and his, quote, real, unquote, life. Then again, he wasn't sure if he had a real life. It was either playing a model boy or superhero. When he was with Marinette, he wasn't sure what he was. Working with Ladybug was as smooth as ever. They didn't even need to call on one of their friends to help them this time around, and Cat was secretly celebrating, more than ready to resume his date with his lovely girlfriend. "Why are you in a hurry?" Ladybug asked, fastening her yo-yo back to her hip. "Got a hot date?" "Yeah, actually." Cat gave her a smirk. She must have picked up on his eagerness to return by how quickly he trotted over for a fist bump. "Oh?" She arched an eyebrow that seemed to say, "Tell me more. Are you bringing her flowers?" "Flowers?" "I bet she would like flowers." "I mean, I don't think she'd be opposed to flowers." "It's a special dinner and you didn't bring her flowers? Amateur move, Cat Noir." He felt the beginnings of panic prickle at his spine. Flowers? Oh, why hadn't he thought of that? Cat spent so much time worrying about the date, he forgot to think about her on her birthday. Everything was for her, but it was about him feeling good as a boyfriend. Oh, Camembert, what should he do? What kind of flowers? Ladybug laughed and bumped hips with him. Peonies. Peonies? She'll like the scent. I guess I have no choice but to trust you, he joked. As far as relationship advice and translating Marinette's actions went, Ladybug had yet to let him down. One might think she wouldn't be helpful, as she once mentioned liking Adrien Agreste, but that was before learning he was, well, himself. They hadn't talked about it, but Cat assumed her interest got dried up with the towel masking his identity when it came off. Okay, time to go get flowers. The restaurant would understand them being late because of the Akuma fight, but they might have given the booth away. It was an hour out of Paris, after all, and wasn't often affected by Hawkmoth's victims. Sighing, but still looking forward to the evening, Cat Noir de-transformed and went to go buy peonies for his girlfriend, making sure to send some to his in-name only so the press didn't think he was shopping for another woman instead. He chose pink and white, suitable for a girl as lovely as Marinette. Armed with freshly cut flowers and a positive mindset, Adrien set off toward the Dupang Chang bakery, slipping into an alley to transform into Cat Noir. Okay, time to tell Marinette he loved her. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 33 is on the way. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment. If you don't know what to comment fresh cut flowers. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!